Hey guys, Panda back with you. Welcome back to the channel. I'm here at River Tavern Park in Marseille, general region, checking out some areas to kind of meditate, kind of seeing what's going on here. It's a general region, everything's really simple. But, here I like the stone structures. You could say it's kind of a partial replica of Stonehenge or all the other stone structures that we find throughout the world, right? Kind of nice to come to and just clear your mind, your thoughts. Granted, there are so many scientific opinions as to why these were created clear back when they were. But the fact is, we'll never actually know that. It kind of brings me back to another topic. I think it really has to do with the individual or what people believe in. Or if you go clear back, a few thousand years, or even, let's go lower than that. Let's go back, a few hundreds of years, all right? Kind of what people believed in. How religion kind of, swept in. It took those old beliefs, and this is all throughout history, guys. We all know this. But, I think there's a reason for those old beliefs. At least parts of those old beliefs. And a lot of people may find this hard to swallow, but there is really a deeper spiritual connection that human beings have with the universe, with nature, with everything going on around it, okay? I'm not trying to say what religion you should be by any means, but it is hard to believe in certain things when you have experienced certain things, okay? Eventually, like in my case, growing up, I came from a very strict Catholic family, and as I got older, honestly, it sounded like they were just preaching to the choir with everything that I was seeing going on around me. It's like I had questions, and those questions could not be answered. And of course, I went through my rebel teenage years, which I'm sure a lot of you can relate with, and had some really bad decisions I made based on core values that society had ingrained in my mind. I got married my first time when I was 18. And it was a big family affair. We had a big wedding. I'll tell you what. But it was the stupidity of youth, okay? You believe all this stuff that is put in your head. And some of it you want to believe is actually real. That romance, that connection, and everything based on stuff that is in the past. All of our grandparents, seemingly had these picture perfect marriages. 50, 60 years until death did them part, literally. That's how it was with my entire family. Very tight-knit family. But the reality is, as we get older, as the world gets older and we move through the years, well, those same values don't stick. Say, when I adopted those growing up, and especially through the 1980s, ultimately getting married my first time at 18, and of course, that was out of stupidity, being naive, believing something, but then, hey, the way the world is, that's something totally different. But also back at that point, we were all a part of a group. You know, even a lot of other people I did not know. All teenagers, different ages and stuff. And we had this one guy that he was a leader. And I tell you what, you know, for the first couple of years back in my teen years, when I reflect back on this guy was incredible. I mean, he took people in. He helped everyone out. I mean, there was no, you know, weird hocus pocus going on, or, hey, some guy luring in younger girls for, you know, some weird type of shit. I mean, this guy was straightforward for about the first couple of years. All right. I fell into the trap myself, but I did learn some stuff from this guy. And this is when I first learned about meditation, deep meditation, and channeling your own personal history, your soul, your past lives, and everything, based on a term that maybe some of you have heard of, the Akashic Record. Okay? Basically, this is energy, or a dimensional energy, that exists all around everybody. Okay? And he used to constantly stress this, and the meditation, and how we had to open our minds. We had to let go and have intent with what our desires were. And I'm not talking like weird desires here, okay? I'm talking actual life desires, to want to understand knowledge, to open those doors. And we would go on actual trips, call it, I mean, yeah, you know, back then, back in the 80s, you know, I was a teenager, it was kind of like, you know, a hippie situation all over again from the freaking late 60s and early 70s. But I kid you not, this was some pretty serious shit. You know, and I fell right into it. You know, and this guy had some good learnings, and man, you know, he taught us a lot of interesting stuff. But eventually, as the numbers got bigger, it did actually become more like a cult. You know, I think he lost control, more so because other people that came in that got really close to him, including a couple of my friends, close friends at the time, one of which is dead. God rest his soul. He was one of my closest friends as I was growing up. Died in a horrific car accident out of the blue on Halloween night. But this guru of ours helped us actually to transcend and learn certain things. And as crazy as it sounds, as, you know, out of control he may have become towards the end, he did know what he was talking about. You know, and this is what I'm trying to tell you guys. Bottom line is, you don't need some guru. All you need is yourself. Find your inner peace, okay? And have intent. And do not doubt. There are so many different avenues that you can take to learn about meditation. You don't need someone to sit there and hold your hand to meditate. You know, use some incense, use some sage, or whatever you might be into to do this type of stuff. But you can find that peace in your mind, and or get answers to certain things that have happened in your life, and or maybe why things are happening in your life. You can connect with your past lives, or energy that has affected you, or decisions that you've been a part of, or other people that have played a role that you have not been aware of. This is very important, guys. But just try it sometime. Go to a quiet place, a place that you feel safe, and sit back and open your mind and have intent, okay? Have intent. And simply ask out. Whatever you want to ask out to, okay? Whether it's God, whether it's the universe, or something unknown. You don't have to have some specific thing there, okay? Because we are all surrounded by this. It's why we all have an aura. It's why we all have these points of energy on our bodies. But just try that. Sit back. Do what makes you comfortable. And meditate in peace. And think over what it is you want answers to. Solutions are not going to come out of the dark like a gift that is, oh, it's been relieved like a miracle, okay? The miracles happen in your own mind. You create those miracles by visualizing and bringing in this positive energy to your own selves, okay, guys? That's all you have to do. Think on it. Are you really that unhappy in your life right now? And if you are, then you have to open your mind and accept the narrative about yourself before you can even move forward, okay? So, yeah, just a little bit of a commentary here off the road tour. I take these little detours, as you guys know. But, you know, I hope I can kind of deliver little bits and pieces here and there. And of course, you know, just give me a comment here and there. Whether you like a video, don't like a video, at least leave a comment explaining why. I can't correct something if I actually did do something wrong if you don't tell me what that wrong was, all right? Other than that, it's all negative energy if you don't want to leave comments about stuff, but yet you have an opinion, all right? We're all adults here. We're all mature. Anyways, guys, be safe and take time for yourself. Reflect and find peace.